Alright, magic it up. The games. Alright, so Oko is currently not banned. But we will go headlong in. We're going to make 1 or 2 changes here. I own all these cards. It's nice not having to use our rental service. Lattice. It's good to see you. Take care. Do fluffy things. Alright, so we're going to take the Leyline of Combustion out here. I'm going to leave Chandra Awakened in here. We're going to play both Damping Matrix and Damping Sphere for a little bit. I have the Spyglass. We have the Torpor, Liquid Metal Coating. I'm going to go ahead and get a Welding Jar. I believe I own one of those. So Welding Jar is an option as well. I'm going to leave Eidolon's Mane here. I'm going to toss, let's see here. Let me see, what else would be good? A Hazoret. We're going to toss a Hazoret to the sideboard here as an option. We're going to up the Chandra count. We are going to drop 1 Karn as well. Do I like this? Walking Ballista is a good idea too. We'll put a Walking Ballista Mane here over a Legion Warboss as a removal for ramping type things. I could also stick one here instead of the Chandra Awakened, and I like that idea. What else? What else? What else? Extra Magus here is kind of interesting. Probably not necessary. Let's go ahead and grab my 4th Eidolon, toss it sideboard. 1 Hazoret here. Could bring a 2nd Hazoret in place of Walking Ballista, leave the 1 Walking Ballista here. 5th Ritual is currently standard with my 21 land build. I'm going to leave the Scavenger Grounds here. You know what? Walking Ballista out, Hazoret here. And let's go grab a... I have a Tormod script. You know what? Let's... Blightsteel. More Chandra. Well, we don't... Geoffnish? We don't know what's going to be happening out there. It's a wild world if people are not trying to get their last rounds of Oko in. I think Jund is going to show up quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead and grab 1 more Hazoret here. I could see this being Stormbreath, or honestly, one of my favorite cards is Glorybringer. We're not going to play Glorybringer just yet. We'll get around to that. I like this build. This is good enough. Let's export this so you guys can have the list. This is good enough. I'll toss it on just Stream Decker here for now. That way we can just get right into our games. Alright, we'll see if we run into Oko. If we do, it's obviously allowed. Nothing says that you can't play Oko one last time. Prospects are going to run rampant, maybe Dragon's Claw. I've never been a fan of Dragon's Claw personally. There are just some cards that I'd almost rather just lose than play. And I think Dragon's Claw is one of those. We'll see, though. Play red-green so you can play Boil and Choke. Red-green would be a little bit of an interesting like transition. You could drop Eidolons, play a little more ramp. You drop your Desperates and Pyretics for that ramp as well. And then you could get a couple green cards at the top end if you'd like. I wouldn't be opposed to playing something like that. We essentially played a red-green prison-like list. Alright, welcome to Modern. I'll take this turn 2 Blood Moon. We're back in Modern, guys. If I expect Jund, Baloth is insane. It's true. It is true. We're very much a monocolored deck, though, and I like to keep it like that if I can. Look, it's Breeding Pool. Incoming. Infectee. Oh. Why are you playing this, dude? Alright, we're still going to go ahead and turn 1. Even though I could kill this guild. I could, guys. What do you want? What's up, Odysseus? What do we think? Is this person doing one last run with the Great Oko? Is that what's going to happen here? Alright, I'm going to braid Goosey over here. No ramping. No ramping. This person's trying to get their last chance in here with Oko, and we're going to stop it right here. Engineered on 0. Look at this person. Mox Opal, show me it. Just do it. Emery. Alright, whatever. There's a bobble. There's some other stuff here. You know what's really cool here, guys? We get to Blood Moon this guy. Get the Blood Moon, and we get to pop Emery. I'm gonna do this, because we're just about this. Bam, get out of here, Emery. We don't want them to bring Bobble back here. They missed their land drop, and they don't have an extra thing here. Hey, there's another banned card. Opponent. Alright, this is a good test. Can we beat the opponent that's playing the banned cards? It is the question. I'm gonna go ahead and ramp out this last Blood Moon here in case they have some random way to remove this. We'll pass turn. Should have EOT'd a Braid and turn 2 Moon. True, but I didn't know I was going to draw the extra Simian Spirit Guide. Opponent's having one last laugh. It looks like it. Oko is an option here. That's fine. We're cool to start warming up. This is also why I'm not keeping stats currently. Oh, because Gilded Goose, he's back. Maybe I did draw the second of Braid. It could be right. Who knows? Hey, look, it's in the Snaring Bridge. This card is garbage in this matchup right now. Because Great Oko could show up at any point. Great Oko. Opponent doesn't have too much going on. Uh-oh. Experimental Frenzy. Goose can still attack. It can. Gonna get ham. Ham sauce. What are we doing here? Making blue. Emery. Alright, let's start going wide. Emery can't attack me. But Emery can use for Mox Opal or Bobble here. If we get Karn, I could just gobble up the graveyard here. There's Astrolabe. This is why Blood Moon's not very good. But we're taking on the threat. Actually, if I win this, I'll be disappointed with myself not playing Red Prison at the GP. But that's okay. Returns Rabblemaster to hand. That jerk. Plays Mox Opal. Have a blocker. Drawing our Karn would be absolutely fantastic. It would shut off some crazy stuff going on. I would play that over Rabblemaster here. That I would. You know what's really nice, guys, is I actually widened slightly. I'm a little further set back, so I could work on that. But I also brought myself a little bit back so that we could have the posters, and Wally's been moved up a little bit. This tree's going to be here for a little bit longer. There's a couple other things. One thing's hard to see. This one's a little hard to see. It's glaring. It's glaring. But yeah. Playing the magics. Get in there, Emery. Ooh. Oh, come on, Emery. Meerkat, exactly. What did I play at the GP? I played a red-green Ponza list. The red-green Ponza list was pretty good. Could do a turn 3 Karn lock. So that was exciting. Got to do it once. It's pretty good. Ooh, Eidolon's an interesting one. Alright, my opponent wants to do things, and I don't want them to do things. They can recast this and then just bounce Eidolon. That's not very good. What's funny is Engineered Explosives kills tokens anyway. I'm going to go ahead and play just Eidolon here and pass turn. Opponent has Experiment Frenzy. I want them to use Emery to grab this Aether Spellbomb and pop this back into my hand. But yeah, red-green Ponza. And I say Ponza, it's more like red-green Pillage the Lands is what I like to call it. Galvanic Blasts are Eidolon. And I say that because it was very much more like that. Wow, they just shot everything. That was rude. Double Galvanic Blast. We helped them, guys. Blood Moon. I think what I learned the most at the GP... Look, it's Great Oko. By the way, we kind of can't beat this dumb card. How did it fare at the tournament? I went 2 and 3, which obviously isn't a great record. So then I went and played what they call modern double ups. So you pay double and you get in and you get double prizes, and did absolutely fine in that. And every infect player I played against really hated me. I played against like 3 of them. And I beat Tron the time I played it. I lost to Yawgmoth. I lost to Death Shadow all day. Which seems dumb. But the Death Shadow one seems dumb. Yeah, I gotta make this guy the elk. Obviously. This is kind of an interesting draw here. It's an interesting draw, mainly because really nothing can happen here, and they're gonna just elk this, and then they're gonna swing. But we're gonna go ahead and play Karn. They can't attack right now. Bridge is here. Can't attack. Oh my gosh, they have a counter spell for this? Yeah, they didn't attack, but that's because they didn't make this an elk. This is also why Red Prison's fallen off, because of this exact card. What are you doing, opponent? Yeah, untap that. You can't pay for this. You don't have 2 mana. Stop. Yeah, you can Oko the bridge. This is why we had to jump off Red Prison for a while. Alright, let's see here. I don't want you to have this. Go ahead. If he doesn't elk the bridge right now, then we might be okay. And like I said, elking the bridge, I get the down tick here, and then I get to go get actually Spyglass, because we have Spyglass in our build instead of just liquid metal coating. So our sideboard's already more potent against this opponent because we're not playing the Lattice Lock. Playing games might have been a mistake. Absolutely not. This just proves out if we can beat this, we'll be primed and ready to smash the meta come Wednesday. Besides, we're giving our opponent a great chance here. Look, we have an elk. It's green. It's green elk. I ran into a bunch of people that had this. It was kind of cool. They had this like token that they put, and they set it over your cards. I have not played Paper Magic in forever. All right, opponent's gonna go to combat. Swings 3 here, swings 1 here. This is kind of interesting. I could just trade here. Trading here is probably fine. I could also just do this and let this go to 3. You know what? Let's kill Emery. Let this go to 3 here. See what they want to do next turn. And then I can play, if I draw lands, Rabblemaster plus a Spyglass and shut off Oko. And then I have all their artifacts shut off, and then I have Oko off, and then I can block naturally this Bobble with the bridge at that point. Oh my gosh, if it's all Titan Rampant decks, can't get more free wins. There's our lands. We'll down tick here. Choosing our artifact, we'll go get Spyglass. Alternately, I could go get something like a... excuse me. I could go get... Where is it? Liquid Metal Coating. But in the event that they are able to kill Karn, I want to keep Oko offline. So we're going to go get Spyglass here. Play Spyglass. Name Oko here. At least that's the intention. If they have a counter, well, then they have a counter. I'll get to take a look at their hand as well. Ah. We have 3. Alright. Sounds good. It's a Thief of Crowns, right? Double checking. Perfect. He just has an Astrolabe left. You know what? I'm going to jam Rabblemaster, and then he'll be prized into using this Metallic Rebuke. This is opening up Chandra other card afterwards. Can't elk my... They let that resolve. What a loony. What a loony. Attack them. They can't cast it from hand? They can't cast from hand. Rebuke? Blue, red, something else? What? They couldn't counter the Spyglass, but they certainly could counter the Rabblemaster. Oh, they have Frenzy out. Yeah, that card's broken. Alright, we won it. I forgot that was a mixture of all their cards that they had. Alright. Eidolon comes in this matchup. Kind of want to jam this Damping Matrix and be a jerk to my opponent. Let's jam a Damping Matrix here. We're going to leave the Spyglass sideboarded. We're going to bring Walking Ballista in here. Just do one Anger. I want these 4 cards. These 4, we're going to drop 1 bridge here. Drop a Hazard, because there's a lot of stuff that gets in the way. I could probably drop 1 more bridge here and then 1 of the rituals. Oh, opponent beat themselves. So it took me an hour to drive 12 miles to get home because we got less than 1 inch of snow. Oh my. Oh my. That's a long time. Alright, Eidolon in just to sure up our extra Eidolons because I just built the sideboard really fast. 1 extra Anger here is a removal spell. We have 3 Abrades, 2 Angers here. Walking Ballista is pseudo removal, and then Damping Matrix is kind of interesting. Noting that Damping Matrix actually shuts off Walking Ballista, but we're using Walking Ballista as a potential, like, ping off a goose or something like that. So Walking Ballista is more of a utility creature at the beginning versus being something late game for Damping Matrix. What is snow? Exactly, what is snow? We're going to keep this hand. This hand's fantastic. Chalice on 0. Chalice on 0. Abrade the goose. Move on. Well, there's one thing we could have chaliced. This hand is amazing. How about our eating pool? A goose me. Oh, look, it's a goose. Bobble. I probably kill this. Gosh. There's a lot of good things here. I'm going to go ahead and kill this goose here. And we're going to do that because then next turn I can Eidolon. If I would have hit a ritual, I would have preferred a Slagstorm there. He could just Yoko me. He could. He still kind of can. He's going to dance with Eidolon briefly here. Looks like we're going to see an Emery. It's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and get Eidolon down here for a turn so that when they use this Emery, at least they're taking damage. We gotta hit a land drop, though. Bunch of baubles. Pull that out for you guys. Fetch. Shock. That's cool. Baubles. Baubles. Come on, play the bauble. Yes. They're gonna do this. And then they're going to try to play a bobble, and it's going to get countered. Watch this. Watch this. Do it. Do it. Do it. Shock is brave. This is going face now, guys. Do it. Play that bobble out of your graveyard. Gets in for 1. I like it. Good job, opponent. All right, Blood Moon's a good card. Pass turn. Uh-oh. Need a land. Awkward. Yum's the food. Tasty. Play Great Oko. Greatest of Oko. Make this an elk. Do it. Just make it an elk. What you doing, opponent? Why'd you do that? You really wanted to draw that much? You have, like, great luck over this game, and you decided to make this an elk? Strange you are. I am vastly confused over that. Having an Oko here and I miss my land drop, there's no reason to elk this and give me a creature. Ooh, what are we gonna go put on top? Rebuke? Okay. That's fine. Puts a Galvanic Blast on top. Land. Dang it. Well, I get to attack Oko. They just got their Oko today for 350. They have... I think I just blow this up and pass turn. It's like not the greatest play. Leave them with Bobble here. They sacrifice the Bobble, and now they don't have something to spin up with Oko here. Which is fine. They draw 2 cards here. They draw that Galvanic Blast plus Unknown card. Overpaid for 350. I would actually pay $3.50 for an Oko. EE food. EE blows this up. Who needs lands? Lands are overrated. Gonna blow up EE, which blows up their food. Oh, nice. Alright. Good job. Now blow up EE. Alright. Galblast, unknown cards. Spell Bomb. Oko. Hey, hey, we found something. We're gonna play Rabble Master first. We'll worry about some other things in a moment here. What's interesting is what they could have personally done, and what I would have maybe entertained as an idea, is just Gallop-Blast the token here, keep Oko at 5, swap the food token with Rabble Master, hit me for 1. But my opponent decided to Gallop-Blast or Rabble Master. So onward we go here. Just a food token. We're gonna save this Slagstorm for a little bit while. Deck is a little rusty. It feels neglected since you haven't played for a while. Doesn't feel neglected here. Scalding Tarn's gonna go get another Mystic Sanctuary here and put something on top. We'll just be mindful of what that is. It gives me one at the last minute. I know, Uncle DB. The deck is neglected. It's been loved. We're liking this because this Blood Moon is making itself a little bit better. Metallic Rebuke, so we'll watch that card in hand for a while. I'm still playing things through this. We'll probably play like Blood Moon out next. Take 3 here, go to 13. There's a land. Let's deal 3 damage to each creature. They'll probably want to keep this off. At the same time, it doesn't truly matter here that much. And if I draw another land, then I can Blood Moon around the Rebuke. So we'll go for that line. I feel like I'm doing alright for all these banned cards across from us. Oh, Blood Moon's not as good anymore. Oh, it's getting worse. By the way, islands, anyone? Boil? So blue-white's going to play these cards. It's just going to happen. And then yum. Okay. Everyone good with that? Chandra's an interesting pickup here. She's an interesting pickup, and I got to get around that Metallic Rebuke, so we're going to go ahead and bait with Blood Moon here. Yeah, but this card doesn't matter. There we go. No, I can't pay. F6. That card really doesn't matter. Like, they need a combo. Alright, if they play creature, we'll play Chandra. If they play no creatures, we'll play Karn. Such food. Alright, try Karn here. Ooh. Oh, Disdainful Stroke. 1 card left. The coolest thing about everything we're going to try to do to them is we're going to try to beat Great Oko. Oh my gosh, they're going to play another Oko here. That's fine. Stroke me, daddy. Great Oko returns here. Look at these 3/3s. Rabblemaster. We're going to go ahead and try to play Chandra plus Rabblemaster. If this gets down here, avoiding whatever this last counter is, then it's kind of nice for us because even though they can do some swapping and they might here, what's nice here is that we can then play Karn down tick and then get the Oko going. We'll see what this last card is though. They might return it to my hand as well, but that's fine because then I have the Chandra and they have just two things. Make bridge a creature. I decided to draw a card. There's a few different lines there. Try to tickle Oko here. So if they want Rabblemaster now, they've got to swap now and lose Oko. They're not going to do that. They're going to either make this a 3/3 or they're going to make my bridge a 3/3. And then I hopefully have avoided all the counters. Karn, down tick, go get a Spyglass, be able to play it because I have the Chandra out. That's the hope. We'll see. If there's another Metallic Rebuke, we lose our Spyglass, which we could then Tormod Crypt it away. They decide to make their own food a 3/3 here. One land, unknown card in hand. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 off of Chandra here. This avoids the initial rebuke if they have one. It doesn't avoid it if this is also a rebuke for the Spyglass here. But we'll take our chances. Spyglass? If it was a Pithing Needle, we'd avoid it. Breeding Pool. Great Oko. I could bluff that I have the Lattice lock still. We could bluff that. Mesa Island. Or Snow-Covered Island. One or the other. Shall we bluff it? Our opponent's playing banned cards. As of tomorrow. Uh-oh. 4 mana. Mismatched Snowlands? They probably rented the deck. 4 mana is dangerous. We haven't seen Urza yet. Yeah, but he's floating 4 mana. Great Urza. Great Oko and great Emery. Look at this, guys. We're taking down the Oko and the Mox Opal right now. Woo! We're primed. If we can beat these banned cards, we're good. Rented the wrong deck list. It's a cryptic command probably. Bounce bridge, tap team, swing 6 here, 3 here. It's pretty easy if that's what it is. It's pretty easy. We lose all of our planeswalkers and we have Rabblemaster Goblin. We kill Oko here and replay our bridge, and then we're just staring at each other. Opponent's got 8.5 minutes left. Easy. Easy play. Don't try to draw here. Don't try to bounce one of these. Tap, bounce, swing, swing, swing. They're looking at Spyglass because what they could do as well is do Spyglass, swap one of these, you know, do something fancy, or not swap Spyglass, but swap bridge. I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm saying dumb stuff. We don't have to, but if you bounced Spyglass and did something weird with the bridge, then it gets really strange. Really strange, really fast. I still think the play is bounce this, tap out these creatures, kill both walkers, pass turn. I swing back, kill Oko that's already shut off. I just do it just in case. Replay bridge, and we're at a stalemate until someone top decks the goods. Almost feels like a salt tap. Alright, question. You guys can't see this, can you? This box very well. It's kind of glary, isn't it? I do not have Lattice in the sideboard. There it is. Cryptic. Return, tap. Alright, cool. Returning and tapping that. Spyglass, or bridge this. This becomes a 3/3. They swing, I guess, 2+ at Karn here. I get to replay Spyglass. You can see it but not read it. I'll have to figure out where the glare is mainly coming from. I think it's the light up here. What if we... There. What if we... There, we can kind of turn it. There you go. Alright, well, what's my opponent doing? Attacking Karn a few times here. That's rude. And attacking Chandra once. I guess I just block for Chandra here. Chandra's almost like good to go here. Uptick. Abrade's a cool card. We'll deal 3 damage to one of the food tokens here. I'm gonna get in with both of these. I am gonna send them... I guess we'll go ahead and send them at... I gotta send them over here, I think. At Oko. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just send the 2. I'm gonna send the 2. I'm gonna have this the Rabble Master to block. And we'll hope this isn't a counter. It's still the breeding pool. And then we'll name Oko here. Cool. And pass turn with a blocker open. They got a top deck and answer here. If not, we emblem here and get to slam a Rabble Master. That's sort of an answer. We'll see. Spin the wheel, my friend. Spin the wheel. I just got back from Modern. Ran E-Tron with Basilisk Collar instead of Lattice. Nifty. Oh, look. They got Oko. They revealed Oko. Great, Oko is back. People in your Lattice stuff. I'm obviously jump blocking here. This is a pretty obvious jump block. Chandra down tick here is just too powerful. It should win the game here pretty quickly. Wow, that's a pretty good card too. Alright. Emblem. 1, 2, 3, 4. Karn. Karn can actually probably just shoot them. I could also shoot the Urza. Probably shooting the Urza down ticking and shooting the other construct is fine here too. And I could play like Torp Orb or something to prevent Urza from ETBs again. I could also go get Liquid Metal Coating and then begin shutting off their lands and stuff. Anyway. 1-0. Beating the band deck. Let's go. Run it. Looking pretty good. So, we have thought about this a little bit on our drive back and all. We met Dana Fisher. And what's interesting about her is what you can learn is if you play the same deck a lot, you get really good at it. And if you're really good at a deck, you have a better chance of winning. Just saying. You don't make as many mistakes. Alright, take care, man. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, we're going to keep this Jam of Chalice on 0 and see what my opponent does to that. It's good to see Chalice back in the hands. Love it. Love it. Play. Cast. Done. Pass turn. See what you got, opponent. You can throw a Chalice on 1 next, or we can abrade something. Oh, it's humans. Maybe. Oh, it's humans. Alright. Aether Vial. I'm probably going to abrade that. gonna go ahead and abrade that and see if I can get this Chalice on 1. It's not as important, but a Chalice on 1 followed by a Blood Moon would be a total lockout game 1. We'll see if they have Freebooter here. Double white, probably a Thalia. That's fine. Hitting our land drops is excellent. We will get this Chalice on 1. That stops Aether Vial now. A little soft to Deputy at the moment. Don't want to play Hazard if I don't have to. Hazard's the most dangerous card here in my hand. We did beat Okozale. We beat him. Didn't need the Lattice lock. It's a good sign for Bread Prison. Show me that Mantis Rider. Nice. Meddling Mage. Name's Anger of the Gods. Name's Anger of the Gods. Thankfully I have a Slagstorm main. Named Blood Moon. I respect that. That's a good name as well. That's a good name as well. 1, 2, 3. Alright. I hate doing this because Phantasmal Image is a thing. But we'll jam Hazard here and slam in. Let's get some damage across. Doing this because this is the fastest way to victory in the current board state that we're in. We're looking for Bridge or Karn at this point. We do need one more land for Karn currently. I will also take an Abrade or my Slagstorm. Slagstorm is probably the best, but yeah. I'll go with this because it races in a very strange way. Maybe they're not playing as many Phantasmal Images. This looks like a Mantis Rider. Mantis Rider it is. Hit me for 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's race. It's a shame. Mantis Rider's gonna just chill there. Land, nothing else. 1, 2, 3. Rabble Master, we're gonna swing out. At least Rabble Master can technically block. Simian Spirit Guide's not a bad pickup, and I say this because Simian Spirit Guide could help us get that Chandra down or that Karn down. Wait for our 5, put them to 10. Pass turn. The other thing I could do is just let 7 damage come through here, and then I could threaten with Rabble Master and with Hazard if they have no creature here. I assume they will, though. They have all their mana. By the way, if you see humans a lot, Red Prison's good. Just sideboard out all the Rabble Masters and Hazards game 2. You'll be fine. Bring in all those, bring in all these Angers. The Angers are for literally this matchup. Oh no. Okay, good. It's an extra. Reflector Mage, Bouncing Hazard, the Jerk. This isn't good for us. I need a bridge off the top. They don't want to slam this in, do they? I'll block Meddling Mage here. We gotta survive. Albeit it's gonna be tough. Needing bridge only. Ugh. 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we play Simian Spirit Guide, cast that. We play a Chalice down. For 0, it gets countered. Pass turn. We're doing this because the play here is block Reflector or Thalia here. Pass the turn back to us, hopefully not having any extra points of damage. Top deck the bridge and we can actually play it without having 2 things stuck in our hand. This does look like another Reflector Mage though. So we'll go to game 2 and game 3 and see if we can beat him. See if we can beat him. Anger's Walking Ballista comes in. Spyglass can probably come in too. Eidolons are out. Rabble Masters and War Bosses are out. So let's see how many of these I can get out here. So that's 5 in. Hazard needs to come out too. I need the Torp Orb in the sideboard, I think. No, I could jam it here. Well, Torp Orb's kind of interesting. I guess Torp Orb on turn 2 wouldn't be bad. And then I just need the bridge in. I really shouldn't be running as many Karns if I didn't have to. We'll bring Welding Jar in. At this point, I don't really need the Karns. Drop a Karn, bring in a Tormod's Crypt. And that's just going to have to do. Okay. We're bringing the Tormod's Crypt in because Thalia does get us every now and then. And by not having as many 4 drops, we're a little bit better off. Our ritual effects are not as good here as well, but we're going to bring in basically all of our hate and see if we can't get there. We'll keep this hand. It's got enough mana, board wipe, and a bridge. We'll be looking for a way to finish this game sooner than later. We'll attempt to get this bridge down ASAP to avoid a freebooter from taking it. And we'll just go from there. Sometimes we have time to fetch orb. We are going to Chalice first instead. We're going to do this to avoid Aether Vial in case I do top deck that Blood Moon. Top decking the Blood Moon would shut them out completely. Would have. Melee Mage. Well, I got a lot of things they could name here. Names the Blood Moon. It's a good card. Lock piece number 1. We'll play that out because now a freebooter doesn't steal our stuff, and the Knight of Autumn or Deputy doesn't ruin the cards we have in play currently. We just need to basically get rid of these cards in hand and we'll have them completely locked out. Unless they're running something very strange. Which has been a while. Maybe they are. Unsettled? That's fine. They could play something on 1. This is an option for them. 1, 2, 3. We'll play Bridge here. We're going to play Tormod's Crypt. Just to get it out of hand. I'm going to go ahead and hold the Simian Spirit Guide just for a turn. Another 4 points of damage shouldn't matter here. Hoping they play like another creature here and then I get to anger more things. They're probably wondering why this is in. It's because it's in there. It's a good card. Great card. The longer I can hold Simian Spirit Guide, the more safe I am from a Thalia. There she is. Plus a Phantasmal Image. Copying. Melee Mage. Nice 2/2. Name's Anger of the Gods. Ugh. Alright, well maybe I should have pitched Simian now. Alright. Let's go ahead and hit this dude here. We can pay for this. It's sacrificed anyway, so I'm not going to pay for it. Let's go to their turn. If I feel threatened, I'll go ahead and get the Simian Spirit Guide out of hand. But I would like to keep it if possible. 6 damage is getting me a little bit below 10, though. A little worried about being below 10 for the... Yeah, I'm worried enough now. Go to combat. I'll exile this dude. We'll pass combat here. Auriok Champion's just enough of a pain to go ahead and pass over some really bad things happening. Alright, Anger. We got to clear the hand, hopefully. They're going to hit me for 1. The other thing we could potentially lose to here is Meddling Mage naming something that we draw, and we draw multiples of those and can't get them out of hand. So if we run into that small issue, then things get a little bit awkward. Alright, so we'll go ahead and Anger here. I'm going to hold the Chalice for 1 turn. Because if I can get a Chalice on 2, that's exceptionally good here. 1 point of damage shouldn't be groundbreaking or backbreaking. Groundbreaking. Mantis Rider, it looks like. Very cool. 1 damage. Alright. Let's go ahead and put a Chalice on 2. Now, neither of these matter too much at the moment because of the Cavern of Souls. Cavern can get through this, but we're going to test our opponent to see if they remember that. Night Creature. Nice. Knight of Autumn. A 2/1. Hits for 1. Alright, there's our lands. Play a Chandra down now, and we're going to just start taking up for damage. I would hope my opponent would concede soonish, unless they have an out. I don't think they do. This is pretty much the full lock that you can have. Groundbreaker. Yeah. Triple green. Hit for 6/1. I'll be curious if they have an out. Typically, everything is creature ETB removal, so the Torp Orb's usually enough. There we go. There we go. Scoot on over. Whew, that's a nice one. Okay. Run it back. So you saw the Phantasmal image. The worst thing to happen is they get a Aether Vial, we get them Blood Moon locked, and then they get a Phantasmal image on your Hazoret, and then they can actually use all of their lands, because they're all mountains, or 90% of them, and they can actually start activating Hazoret, and you can lose that way, so you don't want to do that. The deck, the Nightbot one, is not going to be the right thing, Sinist, but the Stream Decker one will be. If you would like a TCG link, I can work on making one of those. I've lost that way too, Zale, and that's why I will almost always board out Hazoret. Not worth it. This hand is not worth it. We have 3/4 drops, no removal, no ramping, nothing. Thalia turn 2 and you lose this game. This is better. It's better, not great. I think I do want to keep this though. Turn 2 Spyglass. I don't have a bridge. I don't have a Blood Moon here. I really want to keep this though, and then turn 2 Spyglass and see what we're working against. Angers are probably just better than the Braid though. I'm gonna keep. We'll ditch Karn because he's hard to cast. We will put a gemstone in. We'll get rid of our ruins. And we'll see where this game takes us. You used to play something similar, Scred Red. I tried Red Prison with Ritual, Chandra's, Rabbles, Bridges, etc. and it felt pretty good, but then I took a break from Modern. How's Red Prison looking currently? Bans just happen that give us hope at the end of the tunnel. Scrub Supreme, thank you for the follow. That's an easy hit here. Just gotta nail this. That's a ramping spell. I don't want that. I don't want that in my life. It's doing okay, I think. We're going to see how things flesh out here over the next few days. Gatacatigums. That's fine. Not too worrisome. Spyglass here, see what's up. So we have a Knight, Mantis, and a Thalia. They're a little bit worrisome. Aether Vial. But yeah, before the Oko ban, Red Prison wasn't very good because Oko just wrecks it. Yep, Jawada. That's the intention here, at least. We're going to see how it plays out. Alright, they get a Thalia off of that. They played their Horizon Canopy. My opponent's taking 1,000,000 damage to play Magic. Welding Jar is a hot one there. I'll go ahead and pass turn and see what my opponent wants to do here. Would they like to take more damage? We're gonna nail this Bugler, by the way. Warrior Champion. Alright. That was a top deck. I kind of want to still nail this. But I probably have to kill Gaddock in case I draw something else. This could get out of range. We'll see what happens. I kill Gaddock here. Just kind of hoping. Gotta hope. My opponent's taking a lot of damage. There's Thalia's Lieutenant. A bridge is really good. Yeah, a bridge off the top would be good. An anger's okay. It's only killing one thing. That's not good. We gotta play our land. 3, 4, 5. Play 6, 7. Champion plus a Thalia here is pretty good. Needing bridge. Bridge and bridge only at this point. Everything else is going to be too large. Well, anger clears some of this out, but we still get hit by 5. And then this is going to be enough to get past that. So it's bridge or bridge only here. Kept the Spyglass hoping they'd have Aether Vial. Bridge? It's Chandra. It's not a bridge. Well, it's good I killed the Gaddock Teague because then I had the shot if they didn't flood the board there. There we go. It was a couple down. A couple down, a Blood Moon would have shut a lot of things off. We probably should have gone one more mulligan deeper looking for more hate cards than just the Spyglass and a Braid. All good, though. All good. That matchup's fairly good. We probably just need to be a little more aggressive. We are probably too passive with our mulligans. That's fine. We'll learn. Continue to learn. We also don't have maybe as much as we'd like in the sideboard, and so we have a lot of artifacts right now, and we may trim 1 or 2 of those based on whatever we see. Like right now I have a Damping Matrix and a Spyglass. That could be another sweeper, it could be another removal type of spell. And I'm running a Damping Sphere as well. And again, that could be something a little bit more alternative. Who wants to turn 1 Blood Moon? Do it. Flooded Strand. Island. Serum Visions. Flooded Strand. Island. Serum Visions. I draw a Karn. I could do a turn 2 Karn here. I could give my opponent 1 more turn here. I like turn 2 Karn into this more than I like Blood Moon right now. Fetched a basic. Steam Vent's tapped. Okay. Ritual, Karn, down tick. Go get Liquid Metal Coating past turn. A little dangerous with a potential bolt. But Karn's maybe not as strong, right? We don't have to worry too much. Alright, it is a great many things. Have a Scalding Tarn over there. That's what I'm thinking. They could have Remand here. So, like, alternatively here, I could play a Damping Sphere to really shut them off here for a moment. And then if I play a Damping Sphere the following turn, I could probably Chalice on 2. And if I play Damping Sphere and they fail, to have pieces like a Liquid Metal Coating, but then this stays around. I could also downtick to get Tormod's Crypt just to be super safe here. Let's go ahead and attempt to do a Chalice on 2 here and see if my opponent has a counter. I have a feeling they do, and if they do, we'll go up with Karn here. They shock it in. I could also go down here and get a Tormod's Crypt. Which may be better. Got rid of the gifts. Let's go get Tormod's Crypt here. Alright, go ahead, opponent. We're going to do this. Karn's going to die. Liquid Metal Coating's a bit of a dead card, but I'm trying to get Chalice on 2 if possible. We'll see where they want to go with this, and I'll leave Tormod's Crypt here as a potential out to clearing the graveyard at some point. Sleight of hand. Okay. Ritual. Gifts ungiven. Okay. What kind of pile are you going to get? Manamorphose, Ritual, something else? Past in Flames? Interesting. We'll see what piles they get here. Could be land, Morphos, Ritual. Depends on what, obviously, they have in their hand. I'm thinking it might be Manamorphose, Ritual, something else. In which case, we put Manamorphose to Ritual. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, I have a red floating right now. Red's up here floating. Aria is a possibility, yep. They have a Repeal. A Repeal, a Manamorphose, a Past in Flames, and a Desperate Ritual. What if I just put Past in Flames and Manamorphose in the yard? Seems fine. If I do that, they have a Repeal. If they go for Repeal here, I Tormod's Crypt at that point. They do get to Repeal the Chalice. It's a possibility here. But I'm like, semi-okay with that? Maybe I'm not. You know what? Let's put Manamorphose and Repeal in the yard, even with Desperate Ritual and Past in Flames. Pyretic. Past in Flames. We'll go ahead and target the yard now that they're out of mana. Poof. Which I guess they're out of mana, so it really didn't matter, but we'll just do this. This feels okay to do. It's a good top deck, by the way. And we are going to go ahead and put this Chalice on 2 before the Liquid Metal Coating because it shuts off most of what they're doing. We won't play Blood Moon here because of the Scavenger Grounds. Scavenger Grounds is a good alternative here to this Past in Flames. Especially with the secondary desert here. And gifts ungiven. What else we get an opponent? Empty the Warrens, Grape Shot, Ritual. I don't know. another way to bounce this or something. There's an empty and a grape shot, a slight and a gifts. So grape shot goes to hand, empty gets binned, and gifts ungiven gets binned. Grape shot's going to bin because of currently they only have 4 cards, and they're not going to really ramp too much off of this because the chalice is on 2. So gifts, empty, bin, grape shot, slight to hand. We have to not yield because yielding could be detrimental. Sleight of hand here. They're looking for a way to bounce this chalice. Braid's nice. I guess a braid lets me, when they bounce my chalice, kill the Baral. I suppose. It's not great. I sort of need one more land. If I can get one more land, we'll be in good shape. Alright. My opponent's just frustrated. So they give up. Damping comes in. Eidolon comes in here. We can bring in a couple angers as well. Hazard's a maybe. Probably not because I already have one Hazard. Blood Moons come out in this matchup pretty easily. That's 4 for 4. Probably where I want to be. Tormod's Crypt can kind of stay where it is. Grafdigger's Cage can be an extra one I bring in here. That could come in for like a Chandra, for example. Bring these out, bring these in. So you leave Karns in here in case you need to go grab like Tormod's Crypt or Walking Ballista, kind of as a finisher. Blood Moons are not useful, and the Chandra is just probably too slow, although Chandra is a removal. You're looking for Eidolons in your opener hand, the Damping Sphere, the Cage, interaction in the form of a Braids, turn 1 Rabble Masters or Legion War Bosses, or Chalices. So you're kind of looking for these cards, which puts you into a lot of cards that you could hit. A Spellskite wouldn't be a bad card to have in the sideboard as well. We're going to keep this hand. This hand looks nice. Turn 2 Chalice on 1, turn 3 Chalice on 2. Go from there. Decklist is the second link there. The first one is what we played at GP Austin. If you're looking to pick up the list, maybe click the first link and sort out what you need. Alright, so turn 2, we have a Chalice on 2. It's a little awkward though because I'd like to get a Chalice on 1 as well. We are going to start with this Chalice on 1 as they have mana untapped. The other thing I could attempt here is just actually ritualing out Rabble Master, which isn't a bad idea. You know what? Let's play a little bit greedy here. Play the Rabble Master and pass turn. See if they have that remand. Make them use it now. Or removal. There it is. Remanded. Shocks in. We're going to have like a Baral here plus something. There's the Aria of Flame. Alright. Let's... They didn't do much on turn on 1s here. Yeah, Storm's apparently playing green. I'm going to go ahead and put a Chalice on 2 here. The idea is that it'll stop Manamorphoses and a few other things. Obviously, we've got to beat an Aria of Flame. Whoa. Alright, we got to beat 2 Arias of Flame. Well, let's get it going. Rabble Master in. I was going to look to play a second Chalice, but I guess we're going to be playing Rabbles and seeing what we can do here. Oh my gosh, opponent, please calm yourself down. Alright, Well, let's slam in for the maximum amount of damage we can this turn. Okay. It worked. Slag Storm hits face as well. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Puts them to 6, 3, 2, 1. 1, and then I'd have a Rabble Master or an Eidolon. Eidolon gets countered. Oh well. That worked. That worked. We almost had an opportunity to put Chalice on 2 in game 1 as well. Rainy day tomorrow. I hope it doesn't rain. Let's go, let's go. Entropy. I haven't played against Entropy in a while. Alright, we'll keep this turn 2 Rabble Master, turn 3 Rabble Master, see where it goes. Uh-oh. Don't like that. Looks like elves. Alright, I'm still going to stick with plan A here. Although, it may not do a lot. It does look like a bit like a Yawgmoth thing. So we'll play Karn down tick, go get Tormod's Crypt, play Karn, and then down tick again. And get a second graveyard interaction piece. But it does look like a Yawgmoth now. Black-green. Why is this frozen? It's a lot of mana. It's a lot of mana. Let's go, goblins. Hiya! All the goblins are getting in here. Everything. Swing. Boom. Trigger. Take 8. Jumps. Block, block. Take 1. Uh-oh. Dryad. Cord. Yawgmoth. Pays life. Kills other token. Does nothing else. Well, I guess I'm going to Chandra down to try to kill Yawgmoth here. Unless they're able to combo me and I'm not aware of the combo here yet. I think we're... Right. So he's going to use this to kill this. Evolution. The Wall of Roots. Go get a young wolf or something. Oh, that's pretty good, guys. It's a nice turn 4. Nice turn 4. They take 2 life and I take 2 life each time, right? Have they killed me? I don't... Right? I don't think they've killed me, right? They have to take 2 life every time and I'm just taking 2 life? It's not like they're doing 4 to me. So I'm not dead here. I don't think I am. Right, they pay 1. Sack. Put the 1/1 on the Rabble Master instead. Swings for 3 here. Didn't. Okay. Chandra down tick? I can also ramp out Karn here. And Karn down tick, put a Grafdigger's Cage into play. Yeah, I do have Cage. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Cage, hold back a bunch of blockers. Following turn, down tick again. After playing Chandra and get a bridge. Yeah, let's do that. I think we can be safe here. The Yogg mid-raid plan, yeah, it's just a follow-up bridge after this play. And I should be able to block everything unless they have a hasty threat. And then we also have to be a little bit worried that our opponent would have something that... yeah, they're not too excited about seeing that. Sacrifices a Wall of Roots here. This is the end of our turn. We'll swing with our one little goblin. Looks like they're looking potentially for an out here, or trying to drain me for as much as possible. It doesn't kill me yet because I believe they take more damage. Just a little bit more. But maybe they're comboing this out so that I'm at like 1 or something, and then if they have a hasty threat off the top, like another Strangleroot Geist, I lose here. The other thing they've got to be a little bit worried about here is going to 1, what it kind of looks like they're doing here. Because if they do that, then I just swing in for lethal. Yeah, you better be careful. You can't go to 1. I swing around everything. They have greater than 10 cards, yeah, but they've got to be careful here. Because we're actually going to potentially threaten lethal. Oh, they do it. Okay. Do I just win now? I go to 2. Oh, they killed one of my dudes. Clever. So if I attacked with everything here, I don't get through. And if I don't... That was clever. So you can just block. Yeah. I'm gonna attack with everything, just see what they do. But they've got me here. They have me because they have 4 creatures. And I just have the 1 because they got rid of the 1. Alright, that was a heads up play from my opponent. There's our bridge. Okay, so... Tormod's Crypt can probably come in. Angers can come in. Dampening Matrix can probably come in. You know what? We'll do Spyglass and I'll go get a Dampening Matrix if I need to. Torp Orb's a potential as well. We need to get rid of Eidolons in this matchup. Chalice can probably go down 1. Legion War Boss can probably go down 1 as well. Run something like this. Seems alright. We'll go fetch a Torp Orb if need be. I'm looking for Spyglass in the Tormod's Crypts or the Blood Moon at the beginning. It is. It is. I'd love to play first. This hand's... Oh. This hand's not keepable, right? Yeah. Mulligan, just the 1 lander. Alright, I'll keep this, Ditch Hazoret. We'll plan to play like a bridge into Chandra or something of that nature. Idea is that if Chandra ticks up far enough, or this bridge will stall them out long enough, hopefully. We'll see. Well, I can do a Chandra here, and I'm just gonna uptick and pass turn. The reason for upticking here is if I down tick, I go to a 1, and then they play another green source and they just swing in. And I don't want them to do that. Nice, just a Wall of Roots. Now I could kill the Wall Roots. So the Assassin's Trophy. That's fine. Pseudo ramps us. Play our bridge, pass turn. They're almost out of cards, so you got that for us. Rexage blows up Bridge. It's pretty good. Young Wolf. Garden. Anger off the top. Alright, we're going to put a Chalice on 2 here to prevent future Assassin's trophies. It also gives us the out of our Grafdigger's Cage and our Tormod's Crypts. We don't want to necessarily put it on 1, and my opponent hasn't proven to need anything on 1 for a while. I am looking for an Anger, probably. 4 mana. We have a Yawgmoth already? Eldritch Evolution. Wall of Roots getting Yawgmoth. And draws a card. Kills birds to put Young Wolf. Draws another card. Okay. We're doing this. Decides to draw a few cards here. It's pretty good. 1, 2. Alright, so gonna play Karn, downtick Karn because he dies otherwise. We're gonna go get that Grafdigger's Cage. Put the Grafdigger Cage into play past turn. So we're gonna stop the Undying Wolf and everything. We're gonna take what looks to be 6 a turn, so I have 3 turns to find a win condition here. They decide to draw a few more with this Young Wolf. I'd love them to use that Rexage, but I doubt they will. Alright, so 3 turns. It's going to be 4 because they're going to kill Karn. If they don't kill Karn, I can go get Bridge. So I assume 2 go to Karn. So it gives us 1 extra turn to find our win, or what I would imagine is a potential win condition for us. 3 black here. If it's Geralf's, it's pretty bad for us. Makes a green here. Elves plus Geralf's Messenger. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to 4. I need exactly Bridge off the top or Anger possibly. This is a pretty resilient deck. I like it. Let's play Engineer. Name's Goblins. Show me Bridge. Nope. I got my other hate card. Alright. That's an interesting deck. We'll have to see how much more we run into this. Obviously, Blood Moon would have been just fine. Maybe gotta look for Blood Moon a little bit faster. I know they had the birds in the Wall of Roots. So we'll just have to see how often Blood Moons matters. Anger was 4 down, which would have given me a couple more turns. 2-2. 2-2, we actually beat the ban deck. We're having trouble with some of the other decks. But that's okay, because we're kind of at a wide meta share, and as that narrows, we'll be able to target it a bit more with our artifacts. Alright. We're against Dream Crusher here. I'm going to go ahead and keep this hand. See how this goes. The other thing is if we see people being a little more greedy with their land bases, we can always toss a Magus or 2 in. But we'll go ahead and get this Eidolon down and get crunching away at our final opponent of this league. We'll start with this Eidolon past turn. What got you on Mono Red Prison in Modern? The deck does broken things at the beginning of the game. It's kind of interesting, and it got to play Rabble Master when I finally found the version that played Rabble Master, which was like 2.5 years ago now. Interesting. Stomping Ground. Just try to attack here, hope that they don't have a bolt. Alright, pass turn. Turn 1 Chandra or Rabble Master. Blood Moon as well. Haggles me. That jerk. Stinky. Ah, this deck sucks. This deck sucks. They miss? Interesting. Very interesting to miss their land drop, considering they had the prized amalgam. I'm gonna go ahead and cast a Simian Spirit Guide here, putting 4 power onto the board. Opponent's at 12. We're hoping they avoid creeping chills and such. They gotta naturally draw a land, apparently. I don't know why they would Shrieking. Okay. We shouldn't have won that game that easily. But my opponent, I guess, I don't know, had a really crazy hand? I don't know. I don't know. Alright. Tormod's Crypt, Grafdigger's Cage here. Eidolon. Torp Orb's okay. Bridge is okay. Hazard at Walking Ballista, Ensnaring Bridge, and Angers. This is a matchup I plan to probably just take out the Karn package completely and take out basically Chalice as well. Slagstorm's not very good here. Blood Moon's a lot better. And Abrades aren't very good. Maybe keep the Slagstorm in. I hate this matchup because Creeping Chill has really kind of screwed it up for us. But we can give it our best shot. We gotta be fast. That's what we've kind of learned over the year of playing against it. Better sideboard hate and better sweepers. I mean, our sweepers are fine. No, I wouldn't play Boros right now. We only play Boros when Thoughtseize decks and burn decks are popular. Then I consider it because all I want to do is play Leyline of Sanctity. This hand's pretty garbagey, but we'll play it. My opponent kept weird stuff last time. We're going to kind of lean on them not playing the most optimized starting 7. They have to fetch basically non-basics anyway. So as long as they don't have a claim here immediately and they don't do anything too broken in the next 2 turns, we'll be good. So Life from the Loam just gets another land here. Nothing too broken thus far. Play our Eidolon past turn. So we get to shut down the Life from the Loam loop here, so if nothing broken comes off this, we're good. Creeping Chill's fine. Cool. So we have one more Life of the Loam to deal with, unless they decide Eidolon's a problem. And we'll have Blood Moon in play, hopefully. Lightning Axes. Cool. Ditches a Blood Crypt. Fetching. No shock. Plays Life from the Loam. Gets some lands back that are all going to be Blood Mooned. We're going to go ahead and Blood Moon this coming turn, because this is the last time they get the Dredge for a while. I hope they miss. Here's the hope. Alright, they hit a Stinkweed and a Life from the Loam, so they're going to continue on after this turn. We'll follow this with a Torp Orb and Eidolon. Torp Orb will hopefully stop Narcomoebas from bringing too much back. The bridge is okay. It's not great. Okay, not great. I just got here. What are the general thoughts about the bans? It's really good for Red Prison, and we'll probably be bringing Red Prison back some. Oko needed to go. I'm a little surprised Lattice disappeared. Just a bit surprised by that one. I don't know about Mox Opal either, but Oko needed to go. I'm fine with losing Lattice if it helps the general format. Mox Opal was a bit strange to me. Maybe they can find something that would work really well for Affinity one day. Lightning Axe is my Eidolon here. Alright, we hit a Chandra. Let's go, Chandra, go. You would have rather seen Urza than Opal? Ooh. We'll cast the Tormod's Crypt. I'm going to just use this now. That is probably the hottest hit we've hit all night. There goes their graveyard. That might give it. Whoa! Tormod's Crypt off the top. Heck yeah, Graveyard. Goodbye. Goodbye. Little 3-2 warm-up. And we played against a banned card. Slagstorm Rabble Masters coming up. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. 3-2. I'll take it. Considering we just kind of slapped this sideboard together because we have no idea what's going to be happening in the next week or two. 2 band. That's true. Oko and Opal, and we actually beat that deck, so. Modest deck building requirements. I like that term because that is probably a more... I would argue that is a better argument than everything I've ever heard with the whole, it's the same as Simeon Spirit Guide. No, it's not. It stays around. And it keeps making the mana. Simeon Spirit Guide's a one-shot. Bam. Flash in the pan. And then you hope it's enough. Alright. What do we think? What do we think, guys? Red Prison with Karn still a thing? We have to remember there's only 3 Karns, not 4. I think I was playing a little more stylized like I had 4 a few times. But in general, I think this is a reasonable start to where the meta will kind of open up. And then from there, we'll see what happens. I think the Matrix is a touch cute, although Yawgmoth was there. The Damping Sphere is maybe a touch cute, although we saw Storm. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right. I feel like I should talk about a few of the things that we're going to be doing, and then we'll see what time we're at. So once we hit 2,000 followers on the stream, and I'm going to put up the countdown counter to that, we'll give away a secret layer, and then once I get to, I think it's going to be, what was I thinking, about 1,500 on YouTube, we'll do the same secret layer giveaway, and then once I get to so many on Twitter, again, we'll do the same, another secret layer giveaway. So if you're not following any of those and want to keep an eye out for those giveaways, definitely hit those up. I don't like Trinisphere as much because you're not doing any land destruction, and Trinisphere just kind of slows you down as well at sometimes, and when you need to stay behind a bridge, it's better not to be slowed down. You've both been happy with Trinispheres? I've very rarely ever been happy with Trinisphere. But maybe that's just my luck. Possibly just my luck. Also, since we have a crowd here, and many of you don't appear to have used it yet, although Uncle DB did at the very beginning, we do have all 5 emotes back and rocking and rolling. We got rid of our aggro emotes. That one will probably come back at some point with bits once those bits unlocking emotes happen. But we do have our typical rip and flood emotes. Those are pretty common for people to use. We have our howl and lock emotes. And we just got our new emote, our Chandra. She's got a little, she's summoning a flame heart there. I think you can see what it is. Pretty good. Chandra. Kind of looks like a hello as well. Could be a little bit of both. So we have that one going on in the stream. Boy, oh boy. What to do? What to do? We get a, we could give, we could show some of the loot that we had. If you're not in our sub Discord or other things, I can show that from Austin GP. Or we can play another match. I don't think I can do a full league, but I can play another match. I have a dentist appointment that I'm not really thrilled about going to tomorrow, but it has to be done, I guess. I've been putting it out for a long time, so hopefully I haven't waited too long for said dentist appointment. You've had a Death Shadow scoop to turn 1 Trinisphere. I've had a Death Shadow opponent scoop to turn 1 Blood Moon as well. I've had a Death Shadow opponent scoop to turn 1 Chalice as well, so I don't see the reason to add just 1 extra card for that chance. I think you've got a fine attack here with Blood Moon and Chalice, not to add a card that doesn't do a lot in any other matchups. Yeah, Jada's using it. You unlock it with the points. I was going to say, everyone could unlock any of the emotes, I think, with the points. Alright. Well, no one's chatting, so we'll just go fight this person. And then maybe I'll show you a few more things that we got from GP Austin. Oh snap, says Odysseus. Yeah, man, what's up? Chalice on 1, let's go. Let's ruin this opponent. Oh snap indeed, Odysseus. What do you got for me, opponent? They mull it again to 6. Bummer. Been a while since we've been doing these things. Feels good to be back with the Red Prison and stuff. Let's see how well it continues to go for us. We got some followers from the GP. That was kind of cool. Show up, get some followers. Bam. I also want to raid potentially one of the people that was so kind to hang out a little bit with us. So we'll see if they are streaming after this. Alright, we got to jam a Legion War Boss. We're seeing blue-white across from us. No reason to hesitate here. Want to just get something down, start getting pressure in. Having 3 creatures on turn 3 will be nice, especially if they are a control matchup. It may not be fast enough to beat a Supreme Verdict, though, but hopefully they'll Supreme Verdict. I'll hit 2 lands here and get to play a Chandra under the shenanigans. Misty Rainforest. Interesting fetch land. Snow-covered island. Uh-oh. Sword. Alright, that is technically a land. Now I need my Damping Matrix. Go ahead and mentor one of these up. Hit them for 5. Take them to 13. They could just play a Thopter. Thopter Foundry. Kind of wishing my Chalice was on 0, but maybe they're practicing without Opal. Respect if they are. If we see Opal, just shake our heads. There's the Thopter. So they can make 1 token here. It's not a very good top deck there. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with everything here. The reason for doing this is strictly to get in 6 damage here. They'll go up to 7 by sacrificing Sword. Sword comes back. They get to kill Legion War Boss, but they take the 6 here. I'm gonna have to get Bridge down. Bridge down, maybe Chandra after that, and Bridge again. Needed a land. Oh, we hit for 5. One of them's not a 2/2. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Hits for 3. Come on in. Water's fine. Gonna make a lot of these Thopters, it looks like. More lands. Need a land drop ourselves in turn 5 here. That's not good. It's not good, but if they down tick, they lose it. They block a 2/2. They take 3 here. They go up to 9, go back down to 6. I think I have to attack Teferi here. Let them do this, kill this, go down to 3. Play a bridge, pass turn. Teferi's a bit of a problem for us. I don't have an easy way to get rid of that guy. I'll just have to shut him off at some point. But I could also shut off stop their Foundry. Maybe if I get to do that with a Karn, we'll feel pretty good, and then they can't really bounce the Karn. Okay, bridge, pass turn. So we really do need our Karn in some ways here. If I could do that, we'd be A-okay. Hit me for 3, it looks like. And they're going to leave minimum 2 mana open so they can make 2 blockers here for Goblin tokens on Teferi. Uptick Teferi, probably. They do. Eidolon. Alright, well, let's play a second bridge here. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. No real reason to attack with the goblins. I know they would just be killed, so we won't give my opponent that opportunity. Alright, so they create a bunch of these. They get to attack for quite a bit here. What's frustrating is that the Teferi can just bounce something to hand, and then we're dead anyway, it looks like, because we're going to take 7 here. And then they can just bounce one thing to hand. So it may not be worth playing anything else here. It's a shame too, because I can play everything out, but then they just make a bunch of Thopters and then do their thing. We'll concede without sharing any more information. Alright, sideboard. Sideboard. Cage can come in here. Damping Matrix. Spyglass. Torpor. Eidolons can come out. The Hazard. We'll run it like that. Hazard gets blocked a whole bunch. Really, the Anger could potentially come in here for maybe a War Boss, but the opponent's going to go wide. If they're super wide, it doesn't really matter if I go ahead and just anger the board, because they're just going to reset. I need to be shutting off the Thopter as best as I can. We'll try to do that. Try to do that. Alright, let's play first. Interesting hand. Well, this does broken things if I draw anything interesting. I don't have anything interesting in hand, though. I suppose I have a Torpor. Let's mulligan this, look for something better. Alright. We'll keep this and see if we can't get lucky with some ramp spell for this Blood Moon. gonna send back the Slag Storm. Again, just resetting a few Thopters just doesn't do a whole lot. The Wrath effects are like really just an uh-oh just in case. Hopefully being on the play here will help us out. That's the general hope. Flooded Strands. Well, they can fetch a basic. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and Rabble Master here. We're gonna do this to entice them to do something here with maybe a path or something like that. The other thing is kind of not showing that I have a Blood Moon and hoping that they fetch a non-basic here. It's unlikely, but they might. Looks like they do, and it looks like they might go ahead and path this or dismember. They do path, so we kind of get what we wanted. They do this at a beginning combat step. This happens a lot on Magic Online where they don't have a stop here in the main like we do. And by that happening, we get this trigger and the Goblin gets to show up. Maybe they'll fetch and put something on 2 here. I'd like them to do that. They may not, though. Wonder if I'm supposed to slam this Blood Moon out. We'll go for it. I have a feeling this is a counter, though. They are playing a little more passively than they did game 1. So they'll fetch the basic island or plains in this case. And Blood Moon hits. Okay. Celestial Purge. Nope. Okay. Nice. Kind of felt like they might have had the island the way they fetched. Or they have just more islands in the deck, so they fetch the one they have less of. Thopter Foundry. Karn? Chandra's alright. Chandra uptick and play the bridge. Let's go ahead and attack here for 1 just before I play this bridge. We'll get this bridge down, maybe be safe. Past her. Alright, so Chandra is going to hopefully get up to emblem status, but if she doesn't, she'll be at least helping us dig for the next few turns. Opponent bobbles here, needing to find some action. I don't blame them. Maybe they don't have their sword yet. Second island. Opponent's got all the basics now. Teferi. Teferi bounces any of these. Draws a card. Maybe they want to go up 1 because I have the Goblin. They don't want to lose Teferi too easily here. And they do go up. Okay. Alright. Chalice. Let's go ahead and go up. Chalice doesn't do a whole lot here because of the Teferi. I'm gonna go ahead and I could put it on. Let's go ahead and hit Teferi once here. I could put it on 0, I could put it on 1. If I put it on 2 and then top deck in a braid, it feels really awkward. Let's put it on 1 here. Stop cantrips. Stop ceremonious rejections. Even if I put it on 2, they play the Sword of the Meek. It goes to graveyard and then they just get their Thopter. Putting on 1 makes it so that my Grafdigger Cage isn't live. But I have more braids than Grafdigger's Cage right now. I'm going to bounce Blood Moon. Alright. So now they have all their mana. fetch land. Cracks a Misty after tapping it out for white. Are we gonna whir here? Whirring for 2. Okay, so they're Worthopter. I like this. Now they can activate the sword and keep Teferi alive. Okay. I still get to play Blood Moon here, and then potentially something else, and then Chandra is in good shape here. It's a good card. Let's start with that one. I could make the Thopter Foundry a creature and kill it. Is an option here. I think that might be just too cute. It's a 2/3 that I just have to get past. Play our Blood Moon out. Is there anything I want to go get? I guess I could go get a Welding Jar. I could also get a Tormod's Crypt. Maybe Tormod's Crypt's a little bit better. You know what? Because of where we're at right now with the Chandra at 7, I'm going to go ahead and get the Welding Jar just to target the bridge in the event that they don't have a way to bounce it here. Now, if they have another Teferi here, they get to bounce my bridge versus killing it, and then they get to swing 2 and prevent Chandra from going off here. Chandra Emblem, though, and I get like a ramp spell and get to also use Karn. That's 10 damage to them. Land for our opponent. Up with Teferi. All the good sequencing. And the follow-up is... What is the follow-up? Wonder if they have another whir. Alright, so they're not killing Chandra. I could just go get a Walking Ballista too. Why not Liquimetal Coating Teferi? I can do that next turn. You're saying instead of playing Blood Moon again? I was just getting empty-handed. Alright, they're going to return Chandra, draw a card. It's pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and replay Chandra here. I'm going to go get a Liquimetal Coating now. Uptick. Play Liquimetal Coating. And on their upkeep, we'll shut off probably the planes. I'm not worried about a Witchbane Orb in response to a Chandra ult, although they could, yes, do that. I'm not that concerned about that because then, yeah, I would target, it would get canceled out, but the next spell I'd play, I'd just kill the Witchbane Orb because I'd activate Karn on it and make it a 4/4. So it would stop one spell, wouldn't stop the next spell. Alright, Teferi's gone up here. So they've bought themselves some time with that Cryptic. Now that we have Liquid Metal Coating and a Karn out here, I can start getting rid of like their snow-covered islands, which is probably what we'll do. Or at least that's the intention here. It's all good. I'd like to move to the second main here. Keeping all our mana open, we're not even using the Chandra right now because I might want to be playing the second Karn here, go get Spyglass and turn the Teferi off. Which is kind of the intention of this next turn. And even if they bounce Chandra here or something, I can replay it here off this Cryptic or Whir. That'd be interesting. They're whirring for 5. Be a little bit interested to see what they get here. Maybe a little worried. A Batterskull. That's fine. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to play new Karn here. Keep new Karn. Down tick. Gonna go get a... I don't have my Spyglass anymore. So we'll just get another bridge here. And we'll play new bridge. So I have 2 bridges in play. And then we can pass through. I can still go after their lands here, and the Teferi just honestly doesn't really matter. It does appear to be a Thopter Blade. We're having to navigate a little more than I would have liked to because they bounced Chandra. But it was clearly a bounce to give them some more time. That being said, every land that I go after here, I feel pretty good. So we're just going to keep going after the lands and not worry about this Teferi. Don't care about him. They bounce 1 bridge. We'll see if they have the second bridge bounce here with maybe a secondary Teferi. Which is fine. I then block and then they swing 2 here at Karn. They don't kill anything by doing that. So second Teferi. Alright, return and draw. That's fine. Probably should have returned and tapped. If they did that, then they get to hit this. And get rid of the Karn, which is probably the better play. Now they don't get rid of Karn. At least I don't think they do. We'll see what else they have. Maybe something for this Goblin token. We're about to take them off another blue source here. I don't think draw is the right play, though. Two at Karn, more at Karn. I will chump block, keep Karn around. I wonder if I'm supposed to take them off this white source here. I'm gonna do that. Take them off the white source. I can play 2 bridges here. Also uptick this Chandra. That's actually pretty good. I'm gonna say no to that, even though it's really good, because 2 bridges here prevents Chandra probably from getting pinged off. We've also obviously done this in such a way that they could bounce again with a Cryptic. but that's completely fine. They can't do 2 cryptics. And we have a Chandra back at 7 here. So even if they were to get in, they can't kill Chandra and they kill Karn. Yeah, well, Urza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can spin the wheel once, it looks like. 5, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they look like they can spin once here. By the way, the Chalice on 1 might be stopping things like Astrolabe, which has been pretty good, if that's the case. Alright, 5, Urza spin the wheel. Gets a Thopter Foundry. That's useless. They'll play it, because it resets, or it doesn't reset, but it allows them 4 mana here. Not 5, though. Alright, so I can emblem here. I'm going to turn off. We'll just turn off another land here, probably. Float some mana, that's smart. Just go to our next phase here to play this bridge. I'll probably just shoot Urza, honestly. Probably the safest thing to be doing here. And then just strangle them, basically, out of the game. I know 5 could go upstairs, but I think off the Urza here is just completely fine. We're almost about to take them off all of the blue, so they need another Urza right here. And if they get another Urza, maybe I can do something where I activate this on the following turn and Karn downtick to go get a spell to go ahead and kill said creature. There we go. Nice. It worked out. Sideboard away. I'm going to go ahead and keep everything as is and run it back. This will be game 3. Game 3. Alright, I'll keep this. It's pretty good. Hopefully I don't have a counter for that Damping Matrix, but this is pretty good. Alright, Odysseus. We're probably going to be wrapping up soon. You won't be missing much, don't worry. Alright, we got double Abrade Damping Matrix. We're going to get things rolling here. Rolling. Flooded Strand. See a Thopter Foundry, I'll probably just shoot the Thopter Foundry off. And Emery. Nice. Okay. There's a Thopter Foundry. Wow, there's a spell color. Oh crap. Alright, so I just shoot Emery here. Let's go ahead and shoot Emery. I might put Chalice on 0. Just put it on 0. See what happens. They crack Bobble here in response. So if they tap out here, I guess I Damping Matrix. The only thing that Damping Matrix does not stop is it to Fairy. Does stop an Astrolabe though. Well, no, unless they're mana abilities, they'll get that because it's still a mana ability. All right, attack. This, that. All right, let's get something down to attack with. Get some pressure on our opponent. They have 5 cards left. They path us. pathing us. We still get this token because our opponent still doesn't have their main phase stop. No main phase stop. This will allow me to Rabble Master plus a Braid or Damping Matrix plus a Braid. Urza? Smells like Urza. Could be Urza. Might be Urza. Nope. Might be a Cryptic. Well, I'll run it into the Cryptic. Cryptic, I might just kill the ass. I don't know. It's a bad idea. Okay. Maybe it's a whir? Whir for 2? If they whir for 2 here, I'll Braid whatever they get. Well, I say that. I won't Braid a sword. Oh, they're pathing everything. Okay. Apparently they brought in all the removal. This one might go to time for our opponent. Watering Grave. Tapped. I almost don't want to fire off the ruins here. Or tap out of the ruins, because I could just potentially strip them of a land here if they decide to go after the ruins. Which would be funny. I would totally do that. Cryptic. Counter draw. Sounds good. You got me. So I think based on what our opponent's been playing, I haven't seen Oko, obviously, because it's Thopter, and I haven't seen Mox Opal, even though the Chalice would have stopped it, but we haven't seen it even off the Emrys. So I'm thinking it's not too worrisome of a thing to run into. Alright, we get Chandra down here. We'll go ahead and go up for damage. Do 2. I'll say no to that. Seems like the only thing they have on 1 is Path. Oh, I'd rather do the 2 damage and then get this a Braid in, possibly. They'll probably cantrip the Mind Stone. Rip Karn. Why are we ripping Karn? Karn's completely fine, Squaw Chief. Just play it like we were meant to all the time. Don't find the Thopter, please. Puts a Cryptic on top. Intriguing. Watch this. We're gonna try for this. Here we go. Chalice on 4. This opens us up to a lot of things. Play like a bad card? It's always been a toolbox card for us. Well, Chalice on 4 here. So they're gonna use the field here to shuffle, it looks like. Which is fine. Just totally fine. Why are artifacts bad now? They haven't been bad. Alright, they're going to use Field of Ruin here to shuffle because they don't want that Cryptic Command anymore. This also stops Urza with the Chalice on 4, so that's pretty good. We're trying to avoid a Thopter. Also, this Abrade kind of gives us a option here. No Mox. Just gonna say no here. Slam a Karn. Right into that Chalice. Show him who's up. Just pass the turn. There are 2. They're going to 1. This Goblin kills him. This Chandra kills him. Don't get Thopter. Thopter gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wouldn't be enough. Uh-oh. Cryptic. Attempts to bounce. Countered. Shanita, yeah, the 4 drops don't matter. Just a power sign. Just a power sign, Shanid. You wouldn't run it in a normal game. But we were stopping Urza and Cryptic there. Again, if they would have had a Thopter, that would have been a bit frustrating, but we had the emblem and 2 cards in hand. So I'm going to draw a gemstone into a Simian Spirit Guide. So we had 15 damage across the next 2 turns if this happened. Nice. Whew. Red Prison. It's going to be coming back. I'm pretty confident at the moment that it'll have a place in the meta again. How far up into the meta in the tier list, I have no idea at the moment. So we'll get to that at some point in our future.